This is Ben Davison. Subscribe to Stephen Icon.
Now, I'm getting the impression from, and it is a minority of Tyson Fury fans, that firstly, they're happy that Oleksandr Usyk defeated Anthony Joshua. In other words, they're happy that they're not going to see Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. They're happy about that. That's a little bit strange for me. That's a little bit bizarre, especially if you're British. Surely you would want to see that fight, and you would want to see your guy Fury dismantle Anthony Joshua as much as you believe that he would. But at the same time, a lot of these people, they seem quite happy to have a moral victory for Tyson Fury, as in, let's claim that because Oleksandr Usyk defeated Anthony Joshua, then Tyson Fury definitely would. So let's claim that moral victory rather than have to see it in reality. I don't understand that point. Why would you want to give Tyson Fury a moral victory just because Tyson Fury ducked Anthony Joshua for 100 million and undisputed? That could have been him fighting Anthony Joshua this past weekend and walking out the ring as undisputed heavyweight world champion with 100 million in his pocket, and the whole of the United Kingdom and the majority of the boxing world happy that we got to see one of the biggest fights in the history of boxing. But you're happy that Oleksandr Usyk defeated Anthony Joshua. You're celebrating this. I don't understand that. I don't understand it. Now, I get the point when people say, but if Usyk is better than Joshua, then Usyk is better than Joshua. Okay, so Usyk deserves the right to be in an undisputed fight. And if Usyk wins, or if somebody beats Usyk and they become undisputed, then they rightfully hold the crown. I understand that point, of course. But we're talking from a boxing fan's perspective of, we want to see great fights, colossal fights. Do you really think that Usyk versus Fury will be a great fight? Of course not. It'll be a great fight for boxing purists. Of course it would. Do you think that Fury Usyk would break record number pay-per-view buys? No. Do you think Fury Joshua would? Maybe. Especially in the UK, it definitely would. But let's not give Tyson Fury the props for something that Oleksandr Usyk's done. Because Tyson Fury didn't want to have to do the work himself, turned down 100 million and undisputed for Anthony Joshua, because, what, was it all planned that he was always going to be fighting Wilder? Look at the build-up. Look at the build-up and tell me Fury didn't duck Anthony Joshua. Tell me that Fury didn't con the boxing world. Tell me he didn't. Even his own father said that he did. And if you want to be upset about it, be upset about it. And again, there's too many people out there who seem quite obsessed about whether or not I like Tyson Fury or if I don't. Does it matter? What should only matter is what you think, not what I think. I'm no different to anybody listening right now. My opinion is my opinion and is as valid as your opinion. But I do like Tyson Fury. I've been supporting Tyson Fury for a long, long time. Doesn't mean I'm going to give him a pass for turning down 100 million with Anthony Joshua, and give him a pass because originally he said Wilder wanted 20 million step aside, and then later on, more recently, because people knew that that 20 million was nothing compared to what he could have got to fight Anthony Joshua, suddenly now he's changed it to 80 million, and people want to make excuses for it. And yet people want to say how me and other Anthony Joshua fans and what have you are making excuses for Anthony Joshua because I mentioned that Eddie Hearn had said to Spencer Fearon that Anthony Joshua had an injured right arm. I was just reporting what it was that Eddie Hearn told Spencer Fearon. Now, so that's not me making excuses. I made the video on the, well, if it is true, we can understand some of the performance. But you guys, you can't be having a go at Wilder fans. You can't be having a go at Joshua fans if you'll be making excuses for Tyson Fury for the longest time about why he's not fighting Anthony Joshua. Give him a pass as to why he wasn't the one fighting Anthony Joshua. You should be angry about it. You should be angry at the fact that Usyk done it and not Fury. I know I am. I'm very upset about that. I'd much rather see Tyson Fury beat Anthony Joshua than Oleksandr Usyk beat Anthony Joshua because of my British bias. Don't be wrong, I think Usyk is a fantastic fighter. He deserved the victory and nothing should be taken away from him. At all. Maybe Usyk is unbeatable. But again, to say that Tyson Fury would have definitely beat Anthony Joshua because Usyk done it is madness. Do you really think that Anthony Joshua's tactics would have been the same against Tyson Fury as what they were with Oleksandr Usyk? Do you? Do you really think that Tyson Fury with Sugar Hill, Kronk trainer, nephew of the late great Manny Stewart, would be training Tyson Fury to outbox Anthony Joshua the way Usyk did? No, they do Kronk style. We spoke about this before. Those days of Tyson Fury fleet-footed and dancing around the ring on the back foot are probably gone by now. Are probably gone. Maybe Tyson Fury's got older now. Maybe he's slowed down a bit. Maybe the fact that he got clipped by Wilder twice. Maybe the fact that he got bashed up by Otto Wallin. Maybe he's realised, I can't do this anymore because at some point I'm going to get hit, I'm going to go down, and I ain't going to get back up again. I can't win the fight just behind the jab anymore. I can't do it. I'm 6'9". I'm a huge guy. I do have power. I haven't been showing it, but I do have power. Now I need to start doing it. Now I need to start planting my feet and going forward. Kronk style. Maybe that's why he's doing it. Has that ever crossed your mind? Does that mean that Tyson Fury definitely beats Joshua because Joshua lost to Usyk? It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. But it's very easy to make a prediction on Fury and Joshua when they're not fighting, isn't it? And there's a 50% chance you're going to be right. 50% chance you're going to be wrong. And I'm seeing like a lot of comments from these Tyson Fury fans celebrating the fact that Tyson Fury didn't fight Anthony Joshua and Oleksandr fought Anthony Joshua and defeated Anthony Joshua. What, you're celebrating it? Why are you celebrating this? I don't understand it. What? Anthony Joshua got exposed, did he? What, because he got beat by a pound-for-pound fighter? Are you mad? And a lot of these people saying, hey, see, Sporting Icon, see, I told you that, but you didn't believe me. I haven't seen most of these people before in my comment section. But suddenly now, they told me. Did they? Yeah, always after the fact, isn't it? Always after the fact. Anyway, Tyson Fury, sure, maybe he would annihilate Anthony Joshua. Maybe he would. But you know what? I'd like to see it. But before we get to see that, we're going to see a Joshua-Usyk rematch. Let's see what Joshua can do. Let's see what happens with Fury and Wilder. Then let's see what happens, and hopefully Fury gets through, when he fights Dillian Whyte. Everybody who says that Dillian Whyte is no good and Tyson Fury would beat him easy work, let's see how confident you are on fight night. But again, Dillian Whyte, he's got to get past Otto Wallin first, right? And after what Wallin did to Tyson Fury, ain't no guarantees that Dillian Whyte is going to get through this one, is there? No guarantees. But hopefully he does. Anyway, my thoughts, drop me yours. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you on the next video.